Hello, good afternoon. Getting back on track with my Periscope broadcasts. And, carry on. Oops, I did. I love it. That's right, I was attempting to think I might need an extra light, so I didn't realize I was putting on blocking the camera, so that wouldn't work. Put that way. Okay, nice to have you here. Thanks for joining me. If you're here for the first time, make sure that's positioned better than that. Okay, hi, welcome. My name is Barry Selby, and I am the heartbreak repair specialist, also known as the Love Doctor. And this week, I'm beginning a weekly chapters each day on different areas of relationship. So if you're here, Marvin, nice to have you here, sir. If you're here for the first time, please make sure you are following me by going and tapping the little guy in the corner, or swipe right on the iPhone, up on the Droid, if I remember correctly. I've got brand spanking new iPhone 6s Plus, so it's big, and so the screen's really like, whoa, I look bigger on the camera. Should be sharper too. So anyway, make sure you swipe and tap follow me. Nice to see you too, my friend. Also, make sure you're sharing on Twitter and invite your followers on Periscope. This is going to be my Monday topic, and I'm basically rolling out 7, one for every day of the week. Themes every week, each day rather. So today's one is Man Up Mondays. And it's okay, I'm going to have Women Up Wednesdays too. So because it's the men and the women, and I've got more coming. So I'm going to let you know I'm rolling out today, and I'm actually putting on my website. It's not up yet, it'll be up soon at barryselby.com. Some information about this, so you can actually track which days, which topics interest you. I'm finally getting organized after doing 200 plus scopes. I'm finally getting organized in my love scopes. Who would have thunk it? So thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. Today's topic, because it was in conversation yesterday, I love the fact that I had dialogues that lead to new Periscope sharing and teaching. This one's going to be about the difference between macho and masculine, and I'll explain more of that in a second. So again, a quick plug, because this is my scope, this is my book. And in fact, macho and masculine is covered in my book. I don't remember which chapter it is, because there are 50 principles in there. You can find out about my book if you want to get it yourself, if you go to my website. Quick promo, by the way, that's what I'm doing here. But barryselby.com, that's my website, /book to get to the book. Find out more about that. I'll get to more stuff in a minute, but I want to get this started and have time for you to roll in. You notice the hashtag at the bottom of my title, that's Perry10K, a group I'm part of, and I know Marvin's here, but see if anybody else joins us from the other group. Now, most of the people in the Perry 10 group I know are in England, which means it's midnight, and they're asleep. So folks in the United States, the East Coast and the West Coast, maybe even some Australian folks will be joining in, somewhere on the scope anyway. So let's get into this. This one, by the way, all of my scopes, hi Nancy, nice to have you here. All of my scopes are for men and women, but the topic may be specific towards men or women, so both sides can benefit. So you know what? Just like read the screen, I'm going to do this because, wow, it is sharp. Just getting used to this new phone. It's the first time I've done an indoor Periscope broadcast on this new phone, and it's changing things because it's a new screen. It's quite something. Not that I'm a big plugging for Apple right now. I'm plugging my own stuff. So let's get back on topic. Conversation I had yesterday in my spiritual community with a fellow traveler of this journey of being a man in this world. It's talking about the difference between macho and masculine. And I want to break it down in simple terms that you can use, be aware of, and ideally, if you're a man, act upon it. If you're a woman, be more aware of what you're attracting. And I'll get to the women part on Wednesday, as I said, in the Women Up Wednesday. So, what is the macho man and what is the masculine man? Because that'll help you tell the difference. You can tap the screen for hearts, by the way, if you like to. I don't mind welcoming hearts into my Periscopes. I've got a good count, always willing to get more. And make sure, again, if you're here for the first time, make sure you're following me. And if you are here and you haven't done so yet, please make sure you share on Twitter and invite your followers on Periscope. And of course, if you're on the replay, just tap away at the screen. I appreciate that too. So, the macho man was really a product after the Second World War. There was a shift in the culture as men came back from the war, and women and men evolved beyond that in the 50s and 60s in the Western world. I'm speaking specifically to England and America, because I know those two countries pretty well. The macho man was, let me put it this way, if you ever saw the TV show, or even reruns, or a Nick at Night, called All in the Family, Archie and Edith Bunker were the main protagonists in the sitcom, probably one of the first sitcoms that came out. He was an epitome of the macho man. He was a man who basically was the breadwinner, bring home the bacon, my way the highway, I run the show. Thank you for inviting your friends, Naya. Appreciate that, my followers. And this was functional back then, because at this point, it's back in the 50s, women didn't have the right to vote. Sorry, women didn't have the independence to get the jobs. Vote was suffragette. I'm just mixing up my metaphors, so sorry for that. Let's get back on track. So back in the 50s or so, and my parents had this model too, and so did a lot of people of that generation, of the man being the breadwinner. Women didn't work, they were stay-at-home moms. And stay-at-home wives too. And that was functional, dysfunctional, depending on what's going on. Daniel, nice to have you here, sir. A friend in Brazil. Another one of the Perry 10Kers, nice to have you here. So the macho man. And I'm going to break it down in a moment to the distinct differences so you can see what I mean. All right? So bear with me. Again, welcome to Man Up Mondays. It's my first week launching a new series of daily topics based upon different categories, and I'll be showing my website very soon, probably tonight, so you'll see them. Anyway, today's is Man Up Mondays. So Monday's going to be the theme about men, masculine, how we can be in the world. So ladies, listen up. There's some good stuff in here. I'm still marketing how I'm going to say this stuff. Anyway, so macho man. To be blunt, simple, it was kind of like his way or the highway. And really what it was is a man who's driven by his mind and his balls, to be really blunt. And women were really, I won't say the victims, but they were the damsels in distress in the limited sense. And I dated a few of them, so I know what it felt like. Because I was the hero, I was the knight in shining armor coming to save them. Very tiring, wasn't fun. Anyway, that's a sidebar, back on topic. For men, back in that age, it was like breadwinner. They took care of everything. So the wife stayed at home with the kids, did the cooking, the cleaning. It was kind of the model that was raised, and that's what I was raised with in my family. My parents did that. And it was a dysfunction, ultimately. It's the codependent model. I have a book I recommend highly, which is not mine, actually. I have my book or two, but someone I recommend highly. Gay and Katie Hendricks wrote a seminal book years ago called Conscious Loving. One of my best recommended books I know of to understand the polarity or the dysfunction of codependence. Anyway, let's go off topic back here for men. So, the macho man is basically driven by mental will and balls. That was kind of the combination that was driving the men back then. And men still are to a large degree. The masculine, on the other hand, is a different model. Now, the masculine is the best way I can describe it. This is what I've been studying with different teachers for the last 8 years. Is an evolution from there. The masculine, energetic in the male. Now, for the women, it's different because women and men can have masculine energy and feminine energies. But I'm talking about the masculine man. Again, Man Up Mondays. It was basically driven by a purpose and a mission, which meant that his focus or his directive came kind of from his spine and his heart. So it's more about heart-driven mission, heart-driven goals, heart-driven purpose that had a clarity because the spine is that directional focus, that alignment to where it's going. It wasn't driven by, is it what's in it for me, which is what is the balls-driven idea. It wasn't about ego, like I'm in charge, my way of doing it, which is balls-driven. It was about what am I here to do, and with an open heart, it's about service to the world. So you can tell pretty easily, women or men, if you see someone out there who's living in the masculine, driven by a mission bigger than themselves, that is heartfelt, life-changing and beyond themselves, because the masculine lives beyond his own shell, his own self. The macho is more driven about what's in it for me, what can I get out of it, and I'm in charge, it's my way. Very egoic, as you can tell. So the macho, the masculine is a big shift. I went through the transformation of that about 8 years ago, and I've been teaching it and working with it ever since. But I want to put this out there now as a wake-up call, as an inspiration for men out there in particular. And ladies, if you're watching this, any men you know, please have them watch this scope. I'm in service to that. And in fact, I've been guided to actually do a friend of mine, we made a radio show together, which is basically, I'm right now calling it brother to brother. Because the masculine, by the way, the macho man is combative, like my way, not your way. I'm going to win and bang, bang, bang. The masculine movement is brotherhood together. We're in it together to win, to survive, to serve the planet. So our goals may be competitive, but we're not. And that's the difference between the masculine and the macho. So I want to make sure that was clear, and hopefully, and if you have any questions, by the way, if you have any questions, please type them in. I want to make sure I cover this so you get this point, the difference between the two. This is a beginning step, by the way. This is the first of this series. Every Monday, my plan is, this is my commitment, because I'm going to do it every Monday, is Man Up Monday. And today's topic is a defining point, which is the man who is masculine versus the man who is macho, however that was. Because it's a key shift for men to have. And my personal belief, this is purely personal, is the world will be changed and transformed by men in the masculine, and yes, women in the feminine, which I'll get to on Wednesday. So Wednesday is going to be Women Up Wednesday, just so you know it's coming, so 2 days from now. And I'm doing scopes every day, which are love scope based. My being a love doctor, that's what I talk about. So today's is Man Up Monday, the difference between macho and masculine, and I think you got it. So if you have any questions, by the way, please type in the comments. And if you just joined for the first time, or just joined this scope for the first time, please go ahead and share this on Periscope and on Twitter, please. I appreciate that, and lots of hearts too. So, any questions or thoughts on that whilst I let my next thoughts cogitate? No, percolate. That's the word I was looking for. Any thoughts? Any questions about this? Because I want to make sure I get your input and answers to what you need. If you're men out there, does it resonate for you? And ladies, does it feel for you too? Well, when you say Daniel, I'm just trying to get this covered up. So, any other questions on it? I don't really know what that was. Cyrillic language? I don't know what that was, so I couldn't answer that question if there was a question or statement. Any thoughts, any questions about this topic? Because it is a big topic. I'm just giving you just a very simple, like, skim the surface, clarity of the differences, so you can hopefully work with this and see this in your life and in the life of men around you. Because it's going to be a game changer. The more men who shift out of the macho to the masculine, I keep doing the other way around, macho to the masculine, will change their way of being in the world. And the more men who own up to the masculine gifts, the masculine power, the masculine authority, that's going to change the planet. Let me just say, if you're watching any of the so women are better at making money than men, I didn't say that. Some women, yes. But no, I'll get to that one on Wednesday, by the way. So hold that thought and come back and ask that question on Wednesday, because that's Women Up Wednesday. I'm talking about the masculine versus macho. I've got to keep this topic concise and to the point, because I've got 7 different days of topics coming up. That's what I was going to go for. Yeah, how do you think it relates to politics today? You're way ahead of me on that one, which is great. If you've watched any of the Republican debates in particular, because there's so many men on the panel, and a woman who's actually in her masculine talk, well, I'm not going to speak to anyone individually. I'm not going to get political except to say most of the posturing and the messages from the men on the, well, from the people on the stage, because it happened from Fiorini as well. It wasn't masculine. It was very macho. It's my way, chest beating, I'm going to make it happen. Where's the care for the people? Where's the care for the country? Except to say, I'm going to do it to show that I'm better than everybody else. First interesting thing I found. You're welcome. I've been doing this for a bunch. This is my 210th scope, I think. So nice to have you here. Thanks for being here. Sorry I have to do this because I can't read the damn letters. Ah, irreplaceable, huh? It's good to see you. Exactly, that's macho. Yeah, that's the whole point, Liz. That's the thing I was talking about early in the breakdown of the two. It's so overt, you know? Beating your chest. Yeah, that's the thing. It is. Frankly, if you imagined anyone on the panel, guys particularly, not just Gina Fiorini, like doing Tarzan on their chest, it wouldn't look different from what they're doing now. So I'm not a big fan of the political system. I could do a whole other rant about that stuff, and I won't get into that because that's not what these scripts are about. But I wanted to make sure that I got this message out to you to do the first one of a series, which is going to be Mondays are Man Up Mondays, to talk about men and our choices, our issues, our opportunities, and our cutting edge. This is very personal for me, as I've been going through this for a long time and growing and evolving my message. So quick plug and summary. All my stuff is in my book, 50 Ways to Love Your Lover, which is on Amazon. Also on my website as a physical book, also as a Kindle version and an ebook version too. So if you go to my site, which is barryselby.com, easy to remember. If you go to the book page, you'll get the book there in ebook form, easy to do. You can just buy it, download it right there for $10. So again, give a masculine response. Okay. Truthfully, if in the context of the Republican debate, if the men on the panel were in the masculine, they wouldn't be competing. It's going to sound weird, but they would actually be looking to each other to see how they can work together. And it won't be backslapping. It'll be, what can we do as a collaborative to move the whole country forward versus I'm better than you and you can't win, because that's the macho. So the masculine movement, frankly, wouldn't serve the governmental structure. because there wouldn't be a divide across the political views. It would be a negotiation. It would be a real understanding. It would be a conscious conversation. There, I said it. And that's what's missing in that sense. Now, I didn't want to get political, but it's kind of a good it's a good model to talk about because it really relates to this conversation and topic. So I want to give it to you that way. So I'm not getting political. I'm just getting conscious about this. So there's your point. One quick plug I want to do right now because I'm going to wrap up soon. This is a quick scope to get started. I need to update my website to reflect this. Well, you're welcome. I am taking on a few more coaching clients, and I'm very much invested in serving my audience, men and women, to have better relationships with themselves and with each other. I just announced on a radio show today that I'm launching a brand new 6-week private coaching group program for up to 8 people at a time. One group for men, one group for women. So it'll be gender specific. If you're interested in this, please drop me an email and I'll tell you more about it. And it's barry@barryselby.com. So again, barry@barryselby.com. Let me know you're in. If you do respond in the next 24 hours, that's by the time the scope goes away, which will basically be by 4 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow afternoon. If you do respond by email and you sign up, and it's going to be done by PayPal directly, there's no web page for this, it's purely going to be an email exchange. I should let you know the details in a moment, but basically it's for those of you who are committed to this path and want to change your life and have amazing relationships. It's offering a special deal. I'll tell you the details over email and explain what it is. Drop me an email first, I'll tell you all about it, and you can decide if you want to do it. If you sign up in the next 24 hours, I'm offering a bonus private laser coaching session with me anytime during the time of the 6-week program you want to do. So don't end up this year alone, and don't get to Valentine's Day wondering what the hell happened. Get smart, get started, and let's get some work done. So anyway, that's the plug. That was my promo. You can go back to your normal programming now. Please get in touch, and please take this into your life. If you're a man, take this to heart and sit with the opportunity of moving from macho to masculine. And ladies, if you have a man in your life you value, share this video with him, share this with him and see what he thinks. I like to think I might touch him in a way that he'll reach to a new level. I'm very active and passionate about this message for men as well as for women. So this is your first Man Up Monday scope. I'll be back on tomorrow with, it's not Taco Tuesday, what is it? Transformation Tuesday, I think. I can remember. I'm making up these names as I go along. But I'll be posting on my website tonight the different topics for the days of the week, and I'm planning 7 days a week. Oh boy. So that's it. So question. Oh, you're a person as a therapist? Yes. Well, I hope you get some value from this. One of the challenges, by the way, of being a therapist is I'm a counselor too, a spiritual counselor in my own work as well, is we tend to move more into a feminine when we're in the counseling mode. So it's how do we get back to the masculine? Anyway, that's another conversation for another time. But I'm glad you have someone in your life who's got that skill. That's great to have that. So I hope you will like it. Please share it with them in the replay. And if you're a replay viewer, please share it with everybody else. So that's really it. Any questions, any thoughts before I sign off? This is the first, as I said, the first Man Up Monday talk. So I want to make sure you got this. Any thoughts, any questions? Again, reach out, follow me if you are not yet doing so. Make sure you do swipe right on the iPhone, up on the Droid, or tap the little guy in the corner and tap follow me. And I'll be announcing, I'm planning to do right now, email again. Yes, it's Barry I didn't write it down, barry@barryselby.com. I'm going to do this with a pen. You can figure it out. So it's barry@barry.selby.com. That's the email address. And I said it was on a radio show today, so there may be a lot of people signing up. Maximum of 8 in each of the groups. So for men or for women. So small groups, 6 weeks together, deep, supportive, transformational work, particularly the singles, if you're singles, that is. If you're in a relationship, you can do it too. It depends what you want to work on. That's today's topic. And again, I will be posting on my own website, barryselby.com. I'm going to put a new category up there. I haven't decided what's going to be yet. So just check my website out tomorrow. Easier. I'm going to do it tonight. To put the categories up for each of the days, because I'm planning to launch a 7-day rotation of different topics. And Mondays is Man Up Monday. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Thanks for following me. Make sure you follow me on Periscope. And definitely share this with your friends and followers. I'll be back again tomorrow. Okay? Take care of yourselves. And I'll be back on Periscope. I'm planning to do 4 p.m. each day, but right now it's getting darker. I like doing daylight. Yeah, right now I'm planning 4 p.m. Actually, no one can say yes. 4 p.m. Pacific time. Every day is the plan right now, because it seems to be the best time I can make on my schedule. And it comes after my Paris NK friends finish their share-a-thon every day. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow. and have a good night and day and morning wherever you are in the world. Bye.